Marc Hairapetian's Spirit, A Smile in the Storm Productions proudly presents Beam Me Up, Captain Kirk. The Spirit talks to the one and only William Shatner. Exclusive interview with William Shatner by The Spirit, also known as Marc Hairapetian, from October 21, 2019. Co-production Jungle Movie Entertainment. Hello, here's Marc Hairapetian.
Good day, Mark.
Hi, Mr. Shatner, here's Marc Hairapetian talking from Hanover. I'm really glad and it's an honor for me to talk to you because you are really one of my all-time favorite heroes since my childhood, not just for Star Trek, also for Judgment at Nuremberg, the Brothers Karamazov, and of course also T.J. Hooker I love a lot.
I hope I don't disappoint you.
I don't think so. I know we have just 20 minutes and I have so many questions. So yes, I think I start now with my questions. Just to inform you, I'm founder and editor of my own film and music magazine, Spirit, A Smile in the Storm, since my 16th living year. I was Germany's youngest publisher. And the magazine is still existing, but I work also for many newspapers like Berliner Zeitung, and we do the interview also for them. Okay, so I start now. Mr. Shatner, I read you have Jewish, German paternal roots and also Austrian maternal ones. Do you speak some German?
Nice.
One word, not bad. You celebrated your 88th birthday on March 22, but you look so much younger. How do you manage not to age? Is it a secret from the 23rd century?
Mark, I don't know whether the words celebrate and 88th birthday are combined. I don't know whether I would use those two together. I think you look at 88th and you wonder how you made it this far, and also the wonderment extends to how far you have left.
Yeah, of course. So I'm 51, but all people say also I look 15 years younger, so we have maybe something in common. But when I watched you in the UnXplained episodes, I really thought there's a man of maybe 63 or 65 talking to the audience. So it's really, you look really very, very handsome still and young, in my opinion. And I think we have also another thing in common. I think you love also dogs, and I read you breed Doberman and of course also horses. I have here a Siberian wolf dog husky mix called Felix, really 33% wolf. So you still breeding these dogs or not anymore?
No, I do. I breed Dobermans.
Ah, super.
From time to time.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a male and female right now, a year and a half, and they're show dogs as well as great pets. And I've got two great Dobermans that eventually I will breed.
Mm-hmm. Super. I told you one of my all-time favorite films is The Brothers Karamazov, and Maria Schell's brother Maximilian was like a friend, like a father, a second father to me. So how did you get the part as one of the Brothers Karamazov, and is the film still important for you because it was the opening of your Hollywood career? I think so.
Exactly. Well, I had been doing a lot of live television. Did you have live television in Germany in the early years?
Yes, of course. Also, I was too young for it, but I could watch some on YouTube in the 1950s and 60s. Yes, we had also. Yes.
I was very popular in the United States on live television.
Do you have an explanation for why Canadian actors keep winning in Hollywood? I'm thinking of you and, of course, of Christopher Plummer. He's also Canadian.
Yes, he's a friend of mine.
Oh, nice.
We both come from Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the training. There's a lot of theater in Canada, professional theater, which I did 5 years of professional theater before I came to the United States. So I was an experienced actor that came down to Broadway from Canada, and the agent saw me and asked me to stay. I had the kind of experience that most American actors didn't have, because I was a professional actor from the time I left university.
Mm-hmm.
So I became very popular in live television, which brought me to the attention of the Hollywood producers.
Yeah.
Which is an experience that most American actors didn't have. and that goes for Chris Plummer as well.
Mm-hmm.
He was a theater actor for many years before he came to the States.
And I think you're also in the same age now. So and now he's also a friend of you. So it's really great because both of you not how can I say, still working, still handsome, and I think also Canadian actors have a special kind of energy. And when I see watch films, it's my thinking. I don't know if it's true, but maybe you can agree it. Yeah. Also later you were in Judgment at Nuremberg, also with acting with Spencer Tracy and Max Schell, my friend. So I really love this film, even it's very hard and cruel film about this judgment and the trial, but wonderful film. Of course, your part was not so big in it, but it's, in my opinion, it's a masterpiece, one of the best films I ever watched.
And I didn't have a large part, but what I did have to do is sit at that table for many days while other people talked, and it was a real experience for me to see these wonderful actors, which included Maximilian Schell. See them work, and I learned a great deal.
Yeah, I love also from Stanley Kramer, Ship of Fools, starring Oscar Werner. He's my absolutely all-time favorite actor, but I think you never met Oscar Werner, or did you met him in the 1960s? Maybe he was very popular in your country, in the United States, of course, also maybe in Canada.
Yeah. I never met Oscar.
Oh yeah. Now let's talk about the unexplained.
Isn't it, Mark? It's fascinating the number of mysteries that surround our lives.
Yeah.
The big mysteries of why are we here and what are we doing? Is there life after death? All those big mysteries, those are inexplicable. But then there are the slightly smaller mysteries, like the universe is expanding instead of contracting. Why? We don't know. Dark matter, dark energy, we don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
Those are also huge. But then there are the smaller mysteries, ones that really are tantalizing because there's a possibility of getting an answer as to what it is. And still we have no explanation. And it just on the edge of being explained. Like a man is in a coma as a result of an automobile accident. And finally he comes out of the coma and he's able to play the piano like a concert pianist.
Yes, I know.
Is that possible?
Yeah. I watched 3 episodes. German History Channel sent it to me, and really amazing. So can I ask you, do you have a favorite case within the series, and if so, why?
Well, I think when I'm asked to bring up examples, I bring up that concert pianist. I mean, those Russian kids who were lost in the Ural Mountains, and they were found in all these strange positions. There's no answer there. But what's the answer to the man's ability to play the piano? It has to be somewhere in his mind. And so the mystery of the brain exposes itself, and you think, what is inside our heads that makes us glorious animals, glorious entities, and yet have the ability to be so evil and ugly? The contrast between what is in our human nature is so profound. It's such a mystery. How can the two things exist side by side, and in addition to that, have a mystery like being able to play the piano when there was no skills involved before?
Do you believe in supernatural phenomena, or is there always a rational explanation for everything? What do you think?
Well, I think that when we have learned about quantum physics and the mystery of the laws of quantum that absolutely have nothing to do with the laws that we look at when we look up at the sky, Newtonian physics. There's no, we can't see. There has to be a relationship between the two, but we humans can't see it at the moment. So the mystery of quantum, for example, we know that upon observation of an object in quantum physics can bring the object into existence. And when you stop looking at it or examining it, it ceases to exist. Now, what the heck is that? And yet it is a law of quantum physics.
Yes.
How is that possible? So we know there exists in our perception, there exist these mysteries that have an explanation, only we don't know it. And the fact that we don't know it and what the explanation might be is the fascination of our lives and the promise of life that goes on, because it doesn't seem to fit the quantum physics that our lives we no longer exist once we're dead.
Yeah. So I think you are still a person who want to discover space and look what is behind it. Is it true or not?
Well, there's always something behind something.
Yes.
There's always a Wizard of Oz.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about the Star Trek. Star Trek owes its success to its optimistic vision of the future and a general positive belief in technology. Today, it seems we have more fear regarding mankind's future, facing climate crisis, younger generation even become hostile to technology.
Well,
how do you think the trend could be changed?
What is absolutely necessary in terms of like catastrophic end of the world, cease to exist, it is that dynamic that we must deal with climate change. In the next 50 years, the world will change so that our grandchildren will not recognize what you and I are living today. It is absolutely essential. The only saving grace that we have is technology to get us out of what technology got us into. We need a Manhattan Project by the world, and all the great scientists of the world, they need to focus on one thing only, and that is dealing with climate change before anything else. Otherwise, the world as we know it will cease to exist.
Did you ever met Gerd Günther Hoffmann, your later German dubbing voice of Captain Kirk?
No, I never met him. He died some years ago, right?
Yeah. He died some years ago. He was also a wonderful actor on stage and also in some television episodes or films. But I was grown up also to watch you and listen to his voice. And I met him once. He was a really also nice man. So it's a pity that you never met him because he was really doing a good job, in my opinion.
I'd heard about him and how good he was, and I'm sorry I didn't meet him.
And I read you come also to my hometown, Berlin, next year in March 12th to Admiralspalast, and then you show Wrath of Khan.
We show Wrath of Khan, and then I come out on stage and do about an hour, hour and a half, and I expect you to be there, and I hope to meet you.
Yeah, of course. I must find the contact to the organizer, and then I hope we can meet. And one friend of mine, he's a great fan of BostonLegal. He asked if there is any chance maybe that you work again with James Spader. This is a question from my friend Alexander, his director.
I love James Spader. I think James Spader loves me. I don't know about working together. He's been working constantly. I think he's going to want to take some time off soon. And I've got a lot of stuff going on, and we'll see. I'd like nothing better than to be in a scene with James. What a pleasure it is to have talked to you, Mark.
Yeah, it's my pleasure and really an honor. Since childhood, I wish to talk one day to you, but because I started so young as a journalist, and as you can imagine, I have maybe 300 questions more. But maybe when we meet in Berlin, I can ask you 2 or 3 questions more. It would be really a pleasure. But then I hope, of course, that we meet in person in March 12th. I will come, of course, to your show.
Thank you, my friend. I look forward to seeing you in Berlin.
Yes, of course. So thank you for your time. All the best to you and your family, and see you in Berlin.
Bye-bye.
All the best.